Hi, my name is Alheli, and I have Down syndrome. And I have Down syndrome. Things I can't do is braid my hair, and it's hard for me to do, actually. And things I can't do, I can't tie my own shoes. When I was a little girl, I stopped learning tying my shoes. And and when I when I turned a teenager, I started to wear glasses, and because my eyesight was getting worse, I was young, and that's being Down syndrome. Well, Down syndrome, as for me, that things I can't do. Well, things I can't do. Actually, things I can do. I can I can wear buckle shoes, like a Velcro, and things I can do. I can do zippers and buckles and buttons. That I can do. And when I can't do is, well, I can't brush my own teeth, and I do can't brush my own hair. And I'm an actress, and an actress is being a part of life. In my point of view, in my I'm different. Every Down syndrome are different. How much they do. Me as a Down syndrome, I'm learning other people who has Down syndrome like I do, and I have Down syndrome. Uh, Sometimes Down syndrome gets, well. I'm not really that lonely. I have a lot of people in my life. I have my brothers, my sister, and my mom, and all my family loves me, and they help me a lot, and I love them. And for Down syndrome, how to treat Down syndrome is love. And because I have to be careful what I'm doing, because things I need to be careful is I have to care of myself, because I have a hard time learning. I have time learning things. Things I can't learn is math, because I'm not really good at it. Things I'm really good at, I can do reading, like books, and I like books. I like to read, and I do write a lot. I'm an artist and an actress and a singer and a dancer. And part of being in Down syndrome, I'm a part of a swimmer of a boardwalk. My friend Gloria does the boardwalk every year for September, and my we do every year, and we're as known as good as Down syndrome. It's about all my friends with Down syndrome. My friend Gloria is a Down syndrome, and some some of them are Down syndrome that I know. My boyfriend Shane Conroy has Down syndrome, and I can see the world what it's like. And when I was born with Down syndrome, and my mom said I had a. When my mom found out I was Down syndrome, uh, my mom found out I was Down syndrome because she knows I was going to be different. But I am different, because I'm different than my family, because I'm the youngest in my family. My mom got so scared I was Down syndrome. She doesn't know how to carry Down syndrome, but she's learning hard to care of me. That was when my dad was around when I was a baby, but he didn't come before, but he came the after. And he held me. He held me in his arms, and he gave me a blessing. He said, this child would bring the family back together, and I did. And that made me more happy. So I was blessed. My father gave me a beautiful gift when I was little. And my father loved me and my brothers and my sister. And also my mom. Also, my mother saw that difference. My mother saw that difference in me. And when I came Down syndrome and I found out who I am, or really I am, and I can share the world. I have a friend named Chloe, who's long gone, but she's also Down syndrome. I miss her terribly, but I know she's in good hands with God. And I have a friend named Julie Vager, also has Down. I have a name, Julie Vager, who has also Down syndrome. She's my best friend in academia. And I can see for me as a Down syndrome, I can see the world was different. Because my dad found out I was going to be Down syndrome. He doesn't know how. He doesn't know how I was going to be Down syndrome. He's trying really hard to learn. But when he knows what I will think or thought, my dad was never scared. My dad was never scared I was going to be Down syndrome. And I knew he will understand. I don't know he wants to see me. And now I finally get to talk to him on his cell phone and tell him I want to say Happy Father's Day to my father. For Down syndrome, as for me, and I can show the world what's beautiful, what's like, all the difference I have, and my ability. My ability is I have a I have a paralysis on my left leg. I have a hard time turning my left foot, and it's hard for me to walk. So I walk a little bit funny. So I have to be careful when I'm walking. And that's other things I have a hard time with is walking. And I've been seeing a therapist when I was young. So I have to be careful when I'm walking. So that's my trip or fall because I had to learn not to do that. So that's my ability. And my mom's trying to take care of me. She wants me to be healthy, and I'm trying to be. And I'm trying to stay healthy. And there's other thing I'm really scared of. I don't want to lose. My worst fear, I don't want to lose my mom. Because I would be really, really scared what happened to my mom. And my brother Alan and my sister Jasmine will come and help me. And that's what's going to happen with my mom next. And I am getting support from my teacher for Down syndrome, are Down syndrome. Well, for Down syndrome, I was just, well, as for me, I like music. That's what I like. I like music because it's one of my favorites. I like looking at music and listening to music because one of my favorite singers has to be Britney Spears, Patrick Swayze, and that kind of stuff. I just got my first Down syndrome movie. It's called Mr. Blue Sky. That's one of my favorite movies. I've been watching it for 100 times, and I mean 1,000 times I've seen it, and that's one of my favorite movies. I was looking at Down syndrome movies and what it's like to be Down syndrome. That's what I have. It's Down syndrome. I wish I wasn't in Down syndrome, but I will be a normal person again. Well, for Down syndrome, needs to be treated, loved, and kindness and honest, cheerful and outgoing. Actually, I'm smart. I'm very smart. When I was about 2, I walked on my second birthday, and I walked with my brother, and everybody was so happy when I walked. By the time I turned 3 and I started talking, my mom taught me how to talk. So I finally get to see my speech therapist. Her name is Peggy Weber. She's my speech therapist. She's been teaching me to my speech. That's what I got from her, and the time I turned 4, oh, I don't want to talk about that. That was when my parents got divorced. I was 4. I wasn't too happy. I was throwing tantrums. Well, for Down syndrome, they do throw tantrums. Sometimes I do throw a fit. Sometimes I'm rude, and I have a hard time standing up for myself, and it's hard for some people. And for Down syndrome, for Down syndrome, that I wouldn't leave my father, and I'm smiling a lot, and that's what I do. And I'm not learning being my home myself, and I am a good person. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad person. I'm trying really hard to be nice. If people treat me really nicer, and they could understand how I feel. How I feel that I want to do something on my own. That I can't. I don't know why they're treating me like that. It's a good thing I have a life, I have a family to care about, and I have a boyfriend to care about, and I I have Down syndrome. Down syndrome means things where they can do what they can't do. But things I can do, I can watch TV and listen to music and listen and watching movies and be on my computer.